All right, we are back.
Yo.
Yo. Man, I'm kind of surprised that a lot of you guys like to talk about tires.
Of course. Everyone's trying to get the competitive edge, right?
It seems that way because we had like more than 2,000 people have watched that episode now.
Yeah.
I think people are just a little bit riled up that the Ride-Ends R50 is carrying that 200 treadwear tag.
Ride-Ends R50 Shiba tire.
It is kind of nuts though, because I mean, from the comments, people are basically letting us know that, you know, in Australia, this is a 140 treadwear.
Yep.
And I think I've heard from people that in China, they even put 80 on it. So kind
This is funny because actually there is a R31,
Yeah.
R32, R31
Yep.
tire that is 200 treadwear tire. And that one is kind of more like 200 treadwear tire looking.
Okay.
With proper rain grooves, like, you know, wear bars, etc.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know. We'll see when it gets banned, I guess. Right.
Okay. So for today's episode, actually, I was a little bit inspired because these days it's so easy to create really cool data sets of data and cut it and slice it in crazy ways just to get like really good visualizations and look at trends of things that are happening. And before, you know, when you look at Time Attack, there are so many different regional series. Everyone kind of does like their classifications a little bit differently, the way that they report their results a little bit differently. But now with AI to help you sift through the data, you can kind of actually do some really cool analytics. So what we're going to do today for today's episode is actually going to look at Time Attack through time in North America, because what I ended up doing is I scraped the results for every single Time Attack series that I know of in North America since 2010. So we're going to be able to see what kind of cars have people been taking
Or winning in.
Okay. How has speed changed?
Speed creep
Through different tracks, right? And actually have, because I mean, anecdotally, we know it's happening, but now we can actually look at the numbers. Okay. This is all just like
cool.
in a morning's worth of work. I just like pulled all this data.
Yeah.
And
AI, man.
by the way, you guys can follow along if you want to. If you're not at a computer or you just want to check it out later, it's called Time Attack Trends. So tatrends.2trackmind.com. You'll be able to pull up all the visualizations they're going to be referring to. Okay.
And by the way, this is the first time that I'm looking at it too.
He's been going
Jay
crazy
all morning. So
Jay
I
has
just
not
came
seen
from
it.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to get his like genuine reactions to.
I mean, I can guess.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
BMW. BMW.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Let me grab my laptop. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you some still testing questions. Okay. So let me set this up. Okay. So the way that I pulled this data, okay, is looking at all the results for every track event for the following series. Okay. CSCS, of course.
Okay, that's our Canadian.
That's our Canadian
compact series, whatever. There's
Canadian
multiple classes.
What is it? Canadian
Sport compact series. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We have GTA.
Global Time Attack. Yeah.
Okay. Grid Life.
Yep.
Track
GLTC,
Battle, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Track Battle, not GLTC. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
OTA, Ontario Time Attack.
Yep.
SCCA TT.
Okay.
Right. And Super Lab Battle, which is I think part of GTA.
Okay.
So that's the data set. Okay. So
cool.
we've got data all the way from 2010. Of course, like back then, I think there may have only been like one or two series and like fewer events, right? So it's not as many. And the way it works is, let's say, you took a BRZ to all the OTA events of 1 year. Every single event you went to with that car counts as one entry for that car.
Okay.
So the first question I want to ask you, okay? So I think we should take kind of a look at the time frame of maybe like the past 5 years, including 2020. Okay, so 2020 through to 2025. That's the time frame we're going to look at. Okay. My first question to you is, what do you think the most popular platforms were by number of entries across all these series since 2020 through to 2025?
Okay, 2020.
And let me preface this by variations of a car group together.
Okay.
Right? So like Civic SI, Civics, Type
Yeah,
R,
all the
they're
Civics,
all
Civic,
grouped
yeah.
together. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So name your. Let's go through your top 5, and I'll tell you
If it's in the top 5.
or
Okay.
how close you might.
All
be.
right, guys.
Okay.
Right off the bat, first thing that comes to mind is the twins, right?
Okay.
GR86, BRZ,
Yeah.
Scion FRS, like
Okay.
Gen 1, Gen 2, that thing.
Okay.
Is it top 5?
Ding 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 ding.
Of course.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, it's
Of
in
course,
there.
Okay.
Okay. Name a few more, and then I'll tell you. I'll tell
Okay.
you the
Next thing, it's Time Attack. So these guys are building, like people are building these cars, right?
Yeah, but then there's like entry level stuff too,
Like,
right?
I don't think like Porsche GTs are really there. I think it's like people that are grassroots or building like shops building cars. So I'm gonna have to say, like, can I say like BMW M car? Because there's so many, man. Like M2, M3. That's how I would say M2, M3.
so not inside the top 5.
Wow, but it's gotta be
inside the top 10
for sure.
Not
for
inside
sure.
the top 5.
Yeah, people love building the listings, even from like E92s all the way up, like E46s. There's tons of those track cars.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna say Civic. It's got to be there.
Ding 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 ding.
For sure. Like
Yep.
they just K swap the crap out of them. You got guys from like all the way from the bottom classes all the way to the top. You got like a Canadian.
Just so many-
Will,
so many
right?
generations.
Crazy, yeah.
So
So
many
many generations. So
generations of Civics.
popular. People build them out.
Yeah.
S2000.
Not top 5.
Wow, not top 5, but top 10 for sure,
Yes.
sure. Because same thing, that people boost them or they keep them NA. Like those cars are fantastic.
I don't know if you're gonna get. I don't know if you're gonna get these other ones.
Yo, it's hard.
surprised.
Supra, Toyota Supra.
No.
What?
Not even in the top.
Not even with like Jackie Ding, PHC Racing, everyone building it.
you gotta
Those
think
cars
volume.
are winning.
You gotta think volume. It doesn't matter about winning. It's who's showing
Okay,
up,
that's true.
right?
Who's
It's
showing up.
showing up.
GTIs.
No,
No way. It's not even there. Like Golf R, GTI, not like Mark 7, Mark 8 platforms. No.
not in the top 10.
Really? People don't.
Outside of the top 10.
But it's got to be so skewed. It's got to be like GR86, BRZ twins. Like they're like 75% of the people,
What?
right?
Nah.
And 25% some BMWs.
You're
you know?
missing some big classes. of
What
cars.
am I talking? Really? Eh?
Yeah.
No.
And this is gonna get interesting because I think there's just regional differences in the type of cars that people are enthusiasts of and take to the track.
I don't think like Camaro is going to be there. Like people don't modify the crap out of
Okay.
those things.
Yeah.
It's not
It's,
there. You know,
it's not a
like,
Camaro, but
you
you're getting Camaro.
Corvette?
Camaro is in top 10.
a Corvette.
Corvette.
Really? Eh?
Corvette is in the top 5.
We barely see those over here.
I know.
I don't know why.
And we're gonna dig into that a little bit, and I can tell you where it's all coming from. Yeah,
Like mid, like deep south
I don't know.
like-
We'll see.
U.S. You know.
We'll see. Any other guesses?
No, I mean those are the big hitters, right?
You didn't even say MX-5, man.
Oh yeah, MX-5.
Dude, come on.
MX-5, that's crazy.
All right. So here's the
But
order.
is MX-5 competitive? Like,
Again, this is not about who's winning.
I know,
It's
but like, who's showing up in Time Attack?
Who's showing up?
I would have thought like, you know, the K-swapped BRZ FRSs, those things are
Okay,
killing
so
life.
Twins is number 1.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Certainly.
Twins is
Certainly.
number 1. All right. So I've got now let me preface this by the data is not super clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone ahead and done some very, very rough deduplication
Mm-hmm.
of names, right? But there's still going to be like a long tail, but I don't think it's going to materially impact the actual trend.
Mm.
So there were at least, I will say, because of the long tail, right? 1,280 entries for the twins over these 6 years. Okay, across all these series. The next one is the Civic at just over 1,000. Then is the Corvette
Wow.
at 930, right? And then Miata at 912. And what comes after that is actually the Impreza WRX STI, all those variants.
Really?
700. And then you have the Ford Mustang, Honda S2000, BMW M3, Camaro. Okay, so that kind of stuff. And I think, like, again, this is where you need to separate out what are the big names that we all know and think about in terms of, like, in the media, what are we talking about, right? Like, on social media, what's being spread. But, of course, it's like M-Cars, Supra, you know, some S2000, stuff like that, right? And some of the twins, right? But there are a lot of cars that are being brought out. Like, I guess people just don't really think about, even though, you know, Miata is always the answer, they don't really think about it in terms of like the popular context of like, oh yeah, that's a sick track car, you know. It's kind of I don't know. I don't want to say it's played out, but it's to you, it's not as top of mind, right? But yeah, like Corvette is really the
The thing is, Miata comes up to me when it's like, okay, let's go lapping, let's go have some fun. But when I think in Time Attack, I'm thinking like, okay, what cars have a lot of potential?
Yeah.
When you add parts of them and strip them out and add power, and what's the ceiling of those cars, right?
Yeah.
You know, like anything with boosts, you just turn it up, right? Or anything with a really good chassis, or it's very tunable, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Miata doesn't really come to mind when it comes to like, okay, Time Attack, let's go as fast as we can, right? What's going to be really competitive? Because, you know, the Gen 2 twins are, you know, much faster than the Miatas, I would say, right? Especially when you do them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on the question of the Corvette, and I think to some extent also the Mustang, right, cracking the top 10. When I look at the data, most of that is being pushed by SCCA, TT. And I do think that if we were to dig into that deeper, the demographic of the drivers, it probably skews older. Because I mean, SCCA, like as an organization, just been around longer than any of these by far. So I think that's where the demographic difference. I know maybe it's also like a geographic regional one too, like you said. But I think age has a lot to do with it, and that appeal of the Corvette and the Mustang it has a little bit more legacy.
Yeah, America, Chevys.
All right, okay. So new set of questions, similar lines. Okay, now we're looking at still, popularity of cars. Okay, but what I'm going to ask you now is which ones. Let's say of the cars between 2020 and 2025 events entries, cars with more than 100 total entries, which ones are the fastest growing? Now I'll give you a hint. Some of these are ones that were outside of the top 5 in terms of total number. Okay, so the only filter here is it needs to have more than 100 entries over those 5-6 years. What are the fastest growing over 100 entries?
BMW.
Let's see which one. It is the second fastest growing.
Okay. Is it Supra?
No.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Gen 2, the BRZ, GR86, no?
No.
No, eh?
No.
Corvette again?
No.
Mustang? No way. There's no way it's any of those.
So
BMW.
Apparently it's the Cayman or Boxster.
Oh, really?
Smushed together. 33% growth per year over the compounded annual growth rate over the past 3 years is 33%.
So we're seeing more Caymans, seeing more. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's probably mostly Caymans. Like the AI decided to group those two together. If you're split it out, I think it's probably mostly Caymans, but that's kind of surprising. We don't see a lot of them here, so
There's a few.
Yeah.
There's quite a few actually.
Yeah, you think so? No?
Jim, Eugene.
I guess that's true.
There's one here, no? Came in here.
Yeah, there's one parked outside. Yeah. But yes, the number 2 is 31.6% annual growth, BMW M2. So I think that's a combination of F Series and G Series.
Sickest car ever.
BMW M4 is like 16%, so it's like not as fast growing. But if we were to actually look at, let's say, the top cars.
Did it group M3, M4, M2 together?
No. M2, M3, M4 are all separate.
Okay.
So if we were just looking at the top cars, right? The twins, the growth rate of the past 2 years is actually pretty flat. It's about 1%. Okay. Civics are declining at 4%. I think that makes sense because
FL5 was so hard to get.
Exactly. FK8, like FL5, FK8 you can get easily, but they have problems in terms of making them track ready with overheating. FL5s are way overpriced and the dealer markups. So minus 4%, that makes sense to me, right? So something to think about, like, Honda fanboys, your dominance is deteriorating because these 2 generations of cars that aren't really up to the task, or at least they're so difficult to get.
You know what? I should have said Elantra, Hyundai. I would have felt like it's a straight rocket
interesting.
ship, like 0% to like 2 million percent
I just don't think
increase.
there's enough.
Really?
There's
Like
not-
Elantra ends and
No,
like,
because again, our filters we need to has seen 100 entries
Oh,
at
okay,
least
okay.
over the past little while, right?
Okay.
I think it is probably growing very, very quickly, but it's still the absolute number.
yeah.
It's still kind of low.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Corvettes are growing at 14%
Okay.
per year over the past 3 years in
Okay.
entries,
Okay.
which is kind of nuts. Corvettes. Maybe we should get into one.
Well, like C6s, C7s, C8s,
there's a
like
lot.
those are a
and
lot.
I think it's like C8s are fairly affordable for the package, right?
for
the
what you get.
performance,
Yeah. For what you get. It's crazy.
It's pretty affordable, right? Okay, so all that's to say, I think the most popular ones are what we expect them to be, and recognizing that there are also some regional differences, some demographic differences in different parts of the states and different series, right, compared to what we know. But I think it also validates a lot of what we've been kind of talking about over the past, 2 years on the pod, especially with the M cars, right? Like we just see it happening. Like, yeah, that's kind of like if you immediately want to go fast for better or for worse, you just want to grab a car from the dealership and show up at the track. It's probably a G series. Yeah. But overall, like again, tatrends.2trackmind.com. If you guys want to take a look at the data, other like large macro trends that I'm seeing is like entries over time is increasing.
Good.
Actually, I think 2023 seemed like it was a really big year for everybody. Obviously, we see the dip in 2020 for COVID. What was
2019.
20? Yeah, 19 into 20,
20,
right? So yeah,
21,
that's
22,
that's the COVID year, 2020 low entries. But like overall, it seems like the sport is growing. With 2023 was a big year. 2024 and 2025, realistically, it looks like it's been somewhat flat.
Economy not so good. 2023 was
Maybe
big
that's
because,
what it is, huh?
dude, borrowing power and just like people had expendable cash.
That
money,
and I think
CERB.
recovery from
Yeah,
COVID,
yeah.
right? Like everybody wanted to get back outside.
Yeah,
It's just so interesting to kind of look at this data. Like,
People had so much money then too, right?
Yeah.
Like housing was all time high.
Yeah.
Like everything was high, especially where we are, right?
anything else like we talked about so far surprise you in this data so far?
Well, I regionally, I think I'm personally I'm in a little bit of a bubble, especially with like the demographic we have here. It's near MTech especially, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of heavy BMW, right? But no, I do recognize that there are, of course, like in the States, like they do like their Corvettes. Mustang surprises me a little bit actually.
Yeah.
I don't know of any like really fast Mustangs, right? But the Supras, the G Series, yeah, there's crazy ones. I mean, there's of course crazy Corvettes like Ferris's 1,000 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower time attack, carbon body, twin turbo, crazy monster. Wins like everything. But yeah, sky's the limit when you start pouring a lot of money into it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I would love to build a Civic track car actually.
All right. Okay. Now I kind of want to look at speed trends. Okay. So interestingly enough, the track that has the most number of recorded laps, actually, let me ask you, what do you think it is? Out of all those series, with the data that we have, which track has the most number of recorded time attack entries across time? This surprised me.
It's not Canadian, right?
It's Canadian.
It's Canadian?
It's Canadian.
Actually, eh?
Yeah.
No way. Toronto Motorsports Park.
Toronto Motorsports Park.
I actually know why, because like think about it, they do like multiple, like CSCS does like any time attack series will just visit at once that track and they're on to the next schedule.
Yeah.
They just go. Like we do like
I think
three
CSCS
events
probably visits it like 3 times a year.
3 times a year plus others. OTA plus more. There's more.
Yeah, but not in
Yeah.
this data set.
Yeah.
But like by far, like
Yeah.
it doubles
Uh-huh.
the next one. which is NCM Motorsports
Which kind of
Park.
makes sense though, because like if you have one series that goes 3 times,
Yep.
and another series that goes once, it's already 4
or
times.
twice. OTA also probably does it
Yeah,
twice.
and
every
then
year.
other series will only visit a track once, right?
Yep.
So that means you need 4
And-
series to beat us.
Yeah,
to go-
exactly. And
yeah.
a series, doesn't matter how big the series is, you're usually limited to the number of cars that you can have on track at any given day. Anyway. So that's capped as well, right? So it's crazy.
That's
Toronto
hilarious.
Motorsports Park
TMP
is basically,
Motorsports Park.
for better or for worse,
Wild West.
for
Wild
better
West.
or for worse, the time attack capital in North America is Toronto Motorsports Park. Who would have thought?
Yo, what's your time there? What's your time there at TMP? What's your time? That's crazy.
I don't even know what my best time there is
Oh, crazy.
because I never really took the FRS.
You don't have a
there.
tattoo like on like everybody else?
No.
Yeah, I have the time my TMP times tattoo.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
It's on my left ass cheek.
15?
No, one day you'll be
14?
able to see. One day you'll be able to see. No, I've gone faster than that.
I hope not.
The G series.
Okay.
M-Tech car. Anyways.
Okay, so here's the data point, right? We have speed evolution, okay? And across all classes, let's just look at the top 25% time and the median time, okay? And how that has changed over time, okay? So let's actually look at the top 25% time, okay? So in 2020,
Okay.
the top 25% time for time attack at TMP, what do you think it was?
Like I'm trying to give you like a
No, just the exact time.
exact time. Top 25%.
Top quarter of cars. What was the cutoff?
Oh, this is in time attack setting. Okay.
Yeah, but across all classes.
Across all classes. Average. Oh no, top 25.
Top
Okay.
25,
Top
yeah.
25. So I'm thinking like, okay, are like talking like super street, probably street class and up, probably 119.
Damn, that's close.
Yeah.
18.8.
Okay.
That's
Bam.
2020.
I know
this guy
TMP,
knows.
man.
This-
I know
this is
TMP, man.
A walking time attack
I know
encyclopedia.
TMP, don't worry.
All right.
119.
All right. Okay. Fast forward to 2025.
Okay, something stupid now. Yeah.
Top 25%. What do you think it is?
116.37.
Okay, not that fast.
Okay.
17.2.
72.
Okay. So in
That's close, man.
5
I'm
years,
saying point whatever. Okay.
yeah, in 5 years, the top 25% speed came down 1.5 seconds, basically.
Okay, but if you think about 2020, you said?
Yeah.
2020, what's a hot tire? What's a hot tire in 2020?
2020, I think
It's like what?
CR1's probably out by then.
CR1s?
Yeah, CR1s are
what's just before
71.
what's just before RE
71Rs.
71Rs?
Yeah.
RE71R versus RE71RS.
RZ now, isn't it?
Yeah, so like it's kind of like, is that a second? Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Plus-
vehicle composition. right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, what's kind of interesting is like the fastest time overall. That is so single vehicle dependent.
Of
that
course.
that hasn't really changed too much.
We've been faster in like 2008, right?
Yeah.
Like the Porsche 911R
Yeah.
on slicks and the Pro
Yeah.
Driver. Then you have like before you had like William Ao Young, like James Houghton, all those guys bring the Evos out, the Civics out, like the crazy ones, right? Those guys go super fast. We've had like Michael DeMio and like 720S, McLarens, etc. Porsche GT3 RSs with like slicks, etc. Right? So
Yeah.
and sometimes those guys don't show up, and then
Yeah.
it's just like okay, then it's like big difference, right?
Yep. Okay. Now let's hear some crazy shit. Okay.
Okay.
This is where we're gonna see the BMWification of time. Okay. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park Grand Prix
Yeah.
2020. What would you say the top 25% time was?
2020. 132.
Top 20. I think you're being too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
Yeah.
132 is like, let's say like even like really top 25%.
Well,
like
okay.
A stock-ish FL5.
Okay, that's
okay.
Hold on.
Elantra ends.
I know.
and-
Think about who runs Time Attack at GP. Who are the only organizers that are running Time Attack at GP?
Who even runs time to OTA
It's OTA.
and the other one, CTAC. Are they
Yeah,
in
but
there?
it's not in here.
They're not-
It's
okay.
not
Okay.
in-
Oh, sorry. Let me back OTA. Okay. 25 top 25% of OTA.
Yeah.
140.
139.5.
Okay.
That's
I'm close. I'm close.
like within a second every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
time. Okay. I'm giving you some hints though. I'm giving you some
No,
hints,
but like
okay?
you know, I thought like SeaTac was in it. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm thinking-
But they were around in 2020.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. Fast forward to 2025.
Yeah.
Top 25%.
Yeah. So I'm bringing the average up like crazy. So,
yeah.
so I started driving
just
that.
you, right?
Like, you know, I started bringing the average up, Chris. You guys. Okay. Top 25% OTA. 2025.
Yeah.
Got the Porsches.
He's like, this guy's like really
Other
trying to math right
Porsche,
here.
A couple BMWs. Top 25%, probably 135. No, wait. Actually, no. Because Luke, okay, those guys, those are the upper 25%. 136.
You're not being aggressive enough.
136. Not
being-
aggressive enough,
Not
eh?
aggressive enough.
Top 25%.
Not
eh?
even-
Dropped 4 seconds, eh?
More than that.
What is it?
132.5.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, again, I think it's a combination of things, right? With the big track, I think you're right with TMP. Because of the composition of drivers, I don't think it has changed too much. Tires probably have a lot to do with it. But with GP, tires is some of it. A lot of it is just raw power and the type of cars that are showing up. So I think this one is just OTA has now skewed towards more higher power cars. Because I think before, like, you know, for a couple of years, just like Chris Paczynski with the high power car.
Who's that?
Yeah, who is that guy? What a rando. But nobody else is really bringing like crazy high horsepower. But now,
I think when I showed up with the
Yeah.
MTech guys, it started getting kind of
exactly
crazy.
when the BMW starts showing up,
Yeah.
like just think about that. Median time in 2020 was top 25% time was a 39.5, and now a top 25% time is a 32.5.
That's crazy. But you know, we're having some issues. Well, the results for GP.
Yeah.
People were, you know, raising some eyebrows in the sense that, like, you know, if you look at the top, like the times like basically me and Nuan, Joe Bond put down, and then you see the time that the lower class cars need to do to win.
Yeah.
It was like a Gen 1 had to do like a 30.
It's an impossible
something.
time. What?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was quite.
what did your F series do?
My F series is a 26.
Yeah.
126 something.
Of course. Like, look, like, and how many cars are faster than yours on a given OTA day?
Maybe just the G series.
Yeah, well, how many of them were there? Like, how many cars were like sub 30 when you
No,
OTA?
not a lot. Not a lot.
Still a handful now, though, right?
Sub 30 now. Yeah. Well, sub 30 is probably like Nuan, Joe Bond, myself.
Yeah.
I know it depends who shows up really, right?
Yeah, and when you think about like how many cars are competing at on a given day,
Yeah.
was like high 30s.
Yeah.
So you only
Maybe
need
more. Yeah.
So like you only need you think about it, like 10 cars below 32. That makes sense. Can you imagine that? 10
Yeah.
cars below 32 on an OTA day?
That seems kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like sub 32, like it's kind of really crazy unless you're in like a Porsche, BMW, like that's
Well,
newer.
I mean, that's what it is.
I know that's what
right?
it is, but like Civics and stuff aren't going sub 32.
No.
Like FL5s, they're getting close, but like, you know, Golf Rs will probably get close. Like a bunch of stuff gets close to that, but they're all boosted, higher horsepower.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to the point where now like Gen 2, like you think about like what's just below that, right? Like a Gen 2 86 is 35, 36?
35, 36. Yeah.
So and you can imagine a bunch of cars in between the G series and the 86 is just going to fill that gap. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Cars are getting faster. Tire tech's getting better. Parts are more readily available. People are doing more development on them. People are
Right.
sharing more. There's more content.
And I think what we'll see is basically that tracks that are like high horsepower tracks are like you're going to see the craziest amount of change. Like, I mean, let me filter here, see if I can
8 second
find-
difference GP and then like a second and a bit difference TMP basically, right?
Yeah, exactly.
DDT won't be a huge difference. But then you see these cars putting out crazy times too.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like another one would be like Road Atlanta would be a good one if I can find it here. I'm so bad at filtering. Road Atlanta. Okay. 132. It didn't actually go that crazy. 132 top 25% to 128.
What do you mean? That's a huge difference.
32 to 28. Not as crazy as like 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
No, but then you look at yeah.
No, but
I
it's
guess
like
yeah.
25%
over
people are
short.
going 4 seconds faster. It's like
Yeah.
if we had another jump like that, another 4 seconds. What we're doing 22s at GP.
Yeah,
we're doing GT3 RS times. Like
I think Road America is also crazy too. 220. So 2020 top 20% is a 229.2, and 2025 was a 222. So 7 seconds, but again, over a 2.5 minute lap. It's basically about the same. It's like a minute and a half lap. People were dropping like 4 seconds over the past 5 years. Crazy.
look at the Shannonville times. They're probably dropping down like crazy.
Shannonville long, right?
Yeah, I feel like Shanny has been
Shannonville
ridiculous.
long. Top 25% in 2020. 2 minute and 4.
Okay.
2 minutes flat and 4/10.
Wait, 2 minutes flat and 4/10. That's
Yeah.
top 25%.
Yeah.
that's pretty fast. Actually, I would say for top 25%.
What do you think it is now? Or 2025?
155.
Not bad. Yeah, 156.7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 25%. It's
That
crazy.
is getting crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. How should we feel about this? Let's pause here. I mean, again, if you want to take a look at the data, if this is interesting to you guys, maybe I'll add some additional cuts to the data to kind of play around with it. But yeah, play around with it. Tell us what you think. Join the Discord. There's a link below this video to join the Discord channel, and just let us know what you think and what how you're playing with the data and what kind of stuff that you're finding. But yeah, what do you take away so far?
Well, I mean, first 2 things come to mind. Like, this is just crazy. Speed creep is like, I mean, it's just going to keep continuing over and over again. I mean,
Yeah.
and the second thing is like safety, right? Like, it's like cars. I feel that for myself. Like, my M2 is getting faster and faster, and it's gotten to the point where it's like I feel like I should full cage it, start gutting some of the stuff out, take all the carpets out, like just remove stuff that can catch on fire. Like, it already has fire suppression, already has a kill switch, all that stuff was just like, I think cars are getting really, really fast. Yeah. So that's one thing. And then it just makes it harder and harder for people with older cars, I find, to be competitive. I mean, outside of OTA, we have this point system where we kind of classify cars to try to make it as fair as possible. If you bring an older car, but other time attack, like how's a E46 M3 going to compete against a newer M2 with tons of power, tons of mods, whatever. It's hard to, the ceiling for those older cars is, much lower than the new ones. So I think people are just, number one, we're going really fast. I think number 2, there's a safety concern. Number 3, it's getting more and more of a money game, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Buy the newest thing. Like you said, you just buy a G Series off the lot and take it to the track and it'll be pretty damn fast, right? And then if you put even more money into it, you can just, the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, when we think about gradual improvement over time, which is what you expect to see in this hobby, right? Like everyone's
You
trying
want
to
to
get a
see
bit
it.
faster.
Yeah, you want to see it.
That's kind of the big contributor is going to be tire tech, I think, right? Which we kind of see like in the slower tracks, more technical tracks. I think that's where you're going to see tire tech really come through. But then, as you said, there are these generational big step changes. And I think it's 2 things, like, as you mentioned, like, well, it's basically the same thing, right? So it's the BMWs showing up with such high power cars that are, the dynamics are strong enough that people can time attack them really, really well. So I think that like is the big explanation for the most recent years and how some of the fast tracks have developed. And then it's like the Porsches, right? The P cars coming in, same kind of concept, right? I think traditionally you didn't see these kind of cars in time attack because the roots of time attack was more like people just tinkering with street cars that had good dynamics, right? And putting way too much power into them that they more than they should have, right? But now you have these cars that are crazy from factory and people with enough money that they're willing to drive it at the limit. And I think that is just such a new concept relatively new concept in time attack that we have not seen until the past like couple of years.
No, there's some big budget builds, even in like the mid group of cars, right? If we're talking like street mod, track mod, right? And then you have like a lot of new technology like 3D scanning, CFD stuff, a lot of different companies like, let's say, RevoSport, for example, or, like what Misha's doing with Vulcan, like stuff like that. There's a lot of brands out there that are making things that make their cars go really fast, right? So
it all adds up.
It all adds up, and there's like 200K USD super builds out there, right? With Spage stuff, with all the PhD stuff. Like Jackie didn't carbon copy his car. Like it's like it gets really expensive.
So if this continues,
and that's a street mod car, right?
yeah, and I do wonder now, right, if this trend, if it were to continue, that kind of the way that you described it would push participants to be less of a privateer and more of like part of a shop, right? And I think we kind of see that especially at the unlimited classes, right? Maybe at the street class or like the touring class, whatever, or the Sunday Cup classes, stuff like that. Like that's always going to be like somebody in their own garage prepping their cars.
Even that class, like if I were to go in like a Gen 2 BRZ really well prepped, I get destroyed because the cars that win are K-swapped versions of the Gen 1, Gen 2, right? So it's tough. Like it's
yeah, but I still think like we can see that people are demonstrating that they're doing this as a solo operator, right? But at like the track mod, unlimited classes, like it's almost always a shop at this point, right? And I also wonder, like, because of this like trend of like there is don't get me wrong, you still got to be the person at the end of the day to drive behind the wheel and hustle that car around the track, but money in right now does add a lot of performance, and I wonder if that has pushed the rise of the GLTC and GLTT GT as a very popular format now for a lot of like ex time attack drivers, right? Because with balance of performance and success ballast and whatnot, they're trying to make the racing competitive, and plus it's wheel to wheel, right? It's I would say it's more exciting than time attack, although like it's its own, time attack is its own thing in terms of like the thrill of just getting that perfect lap, right? I think it's very hard to replicate even in wheel to wheel, but wheel to wheel is like the excitement of like, you always remember that the laps and the battles that you have, right? As opposed to like that perfect lap. So I don't know, different experience. Where does this all lead to, right? That's kind of going to be interesting to see over the next couple of years how it develops.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna get even faster or not, right?
But I just think like this trend of speed underlies the importance of how you need to be as organizers, how you need to protect I'll call them the lower tiers or the slower tiers, because I don't know like how else to describe it, but more of like they're more of the budget constrained, budget capped tiers, right?
Yeah.
And how you need to kind of maintain that core and make that vibrant and make that exciting for people, to keep the grassroots nature of it all.
Yeah. I mean, I think OTA does a great job of that.
Right, with the IPAC system.
IPAC system, right? But the other ones, it's tough. I can see how it could be very, very tough.
Yeah. Well, so tatrends.twotrickermind.com if you want to play with it. I encourage you to kind of fidget around with the charts, with the visualizations, and post some of the interesting insights that you might see in the comments or in the Discord channel, and would love to spark some conversation.
Yeah.
And,
do you have any data on like who are the fastest?
Define who? People or cars? Yeah. We have
who's
by
winning?
track. We have the fastest cars.
Okay, name some of them off. Like, be like, I don't know.
Oh, I like
Road Atlanta. Who's
Shenaneville
the
Long.
fastest car?
Okay. Well,
Shenaneville Long. BMW. It's BMW. I already know.
Yeah, though I don't think he did that. Did he do that in competition?
Who? Brandon?
Yeah.
150 in competition.
So I have a M3 with a 151. So
That's
do you
Brandon.
know-
Sorry, that's Brandon. That's Brandon.
Okay.
That's Brandon.
There's a Corvette with a 159 and a Nissan
159. That's
150.9. Sorry,
That's Brandon.
in his Corvette.
Yep. Double Brandon.
And then a Nissan 300 ZX
Okay.
150.2.
Yes, I know that car. It's
You know
the,
that car?
CSCS.
Yeah. And then Radical SRA GT3,
Okay, what are they?
GT3, 51, 52, 53. So
There's
yeah,
a guy that did a 148.3 though. Who's
It's
that?
not in here.
Yo, it's me.
Yeah, but it wasn't in competition.
Yo, 148.3. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so
BMW.
I've only looked at this data for like half an hour, so I'm sure there's like other stuff that like we're kind of missing in terms of interesting insights. But I don't know. I'm kind of nerdy with this kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know like in the States, like who's winning these things? Like what are the fastest cars? Supra's probably. I don't know.
Okay, well let's pick a track. What track?
I don't know. Pick one in the States. Let's go Road Atlanta.
You want Road Atlanta. Okay. The fastest one that I have in this data set was a Civic 119. I know what that is. You know what that is?
I think I know who that is.
You know who that is?
Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Will L. Young.
Yeah, man.
It's gotta be
It is. It's got to be.
crazy car.
It's got to be. And then I think this is... so then I have a Chevrolet Camaro at a 123.9.
What?
A 911 at 124. And then I think this is Jackie's time, 125.6.
Supra?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then 125.7 in the NSX, which I think I know who that is.
Who?
RS Future.
Okay.
I can't remember his last name.
Okay, 666.
Yeah, so I mean, all this like kind of the data kind of lines up with like my recollection of things on social media. So hopefully this is at least directionally accurate. Which
Okay.
I think
I want to
is,
know
but-
TMP. We gotta know TMP.
I mean,
The
you can
standard,
guess.
the measuring stick,
You can
GTDRS
guess, no?
one. I don't know. The Can
It's
Jam.
Black Storm,
Can
107.
Jam. Black Storm 107. Okay, yeah.
And then it was a Lancer 108. Is that Northern?
That's James
Speed one?
Houghton.
James
Houghton. 108.
And
right?
then Integra 108. That's also
James
James.
Houghton. What's up, James?
Then Civic 109.
Yeah, that's Mr. Al Young.
He did some
William, I
TMP laps.
I believe so.
350Z 110.
What is that?
I don't know.
What 350Z? 350Z. 350Z. Is that Sasha Annis?
Oh, that's probably
Come
Sasha. Yeah.
Do you have like
yeah,
350Z? What friggin' 350Z is doing that? Okay, that makes
Oh,
sense.
man.
That makes sense. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, it's all these cars that like, we
Those are legends. The
Legends.
people we just talked about,
Legends.
legends.
Anyway, okay. Let's
Wait,
break-
last one. Mosport. GP. We gotta know.
Oh, you're having so much fun with
No,
this.
I need
man.
to know
Look at this,
GP. Like, why not? I need to
like-
update my tattoos.
You're like a kid in a candy store right now. 120.
That's Time Attack. In Time Attack.
Evo Lancer.
Oh, okay. That's James Houghton
Is
again.
James again? What was that? CSCS?
No, OTA.
No, it can't. It's OTA, right?
That would only, yeah.
SR8, SR3, SR3, SR3.
Okay. 123s, 124s,
So
22s.
the SR8 did a 22, SR3 22, SR3 24, SR3 25.
Okay.
Then BMW M2. Who's that? Who's that?
I actually don't know.
125.
That's me. It should be that should be an M3 though.
It says M2.
Oh, it's me. That's me.
Isn't that the blue M2?
No,
maybe?
I didn't do 25, but no,
Maybe it's
gotta
somebody else
be.
then. Maybe
No,
it's
it's not.
someone
No one else could do that.
Someone else.
Oh, if CTAC's not on there?
No.
Well, I mean, I drove the white M2 at OTA once, I think. Yeah,
Was
we
that a
did
125?
I think so.
125, 237. It's pretty fast, man.
I don't know if that's me actually. 25
And
two
on
sounds
that
really
note,
fast, 'cause
this
Holden's
guy's
24.
not going to be able to fall asleep tonight.
Oh, I know who that is. That's Holden. That's Holden with the M2C with the slicks.
Okay.
I should be the next one. Go. What's the next one?
Excuse me. Porsche GT3 RS.
Boo.
Another SR3. And then
Okay.
BMW M3.
Okay, there we go.
126, 212.
Yeah. That's it. That's an OTA time. Yeah. That sounds. Yeah, 125 too. I was like, did I?
Oh, gosh.
Anyways.
All right. Isn't this fun?
Yeah, that's fun,
This is
man.
fun. This is like a little time capsule.
Yeah, you guys will click. Well, hopefully you guys can check it out and join our Discord. We can talk about it.
All right. Yeah. If you guys have any other cuts of this data that you want to see or you have any other questions, just post in the comments and then I'll think about how I can piece it together. But anyway, I just love looking at this stuff, and hopefully it sparks a lot more conversation. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yo. See you
yo.
later.
Catch you on the next one. Hey, by the next episode, I feel like you're gonna be one more member in your family.
That's right. Confirmed on Monday. It's gonna happen on Monday.
All right. So
later.
yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.
See you guys.